Our next chapter is chapter 11 from part B, that is creating and using tables. So students, we are going to see how to create and use tables in Microsoft Access. Microsoft Access is the most powerful and popular relational database management system. In the earlier chapter, we have studied about database management system. So in this chapter, we are going to see which is the most widely used database management system, that is Microsoft Access. Okay. So it is an integral part of MS Office. This is actually an integral part of MS Office. It has a graphical user interface, that is GUI, and is used to organize and manipulate a large volume of data efficiently. It organizes the data in the form of tables and provides the facility to create relationship between them using common fields. Means with common fields you can create a relationship between the tables. So some of the common features of MS Access is, just see, it provides the facility to break large information into small parts, so that is why it becomes easily accessible. Data redundancy is reduced, which in turn minimizes data inconsistency and occurs when data is duplicated at multiple locations. It increases the efficiency, speed and flexibility, and it facilitates the sharing data. Now database objects. See, there are four main objects in any database. What are the objects? Table, queries, forms and reports. These are the four main objects. These objects are discussed as follows. Now one by one we are going to see all the objects. First object is what? Table. Table क्या करता है? Table stores the complete data in a structured manner. How? In the form of rows and columns. This you already know. Table stores information in the form of rows and columns. Every table has a finite number of columns, but it can have infinite rows. Elements of the table. What are the elements? First element comes as what? Field. All the columns in the table are called fields. For example, the field ID in the employee table will store the IDs of all the employees. So you know what is a row and column. Already in Excel you have studied. But here in Microsoft Access, column means what? Fields. Okay. Now see, record means what? The rows in the table are called records. So students, always remember this. Rows are called records and columns are called what? Fields. A record contains the values for the fields which belong to a single person. For example, suppose a collection of fields such as name, department, age, salary, etc. of one employee, it will make a single record. Now data means what? It is a set of characters that represents a valid value which is known as data. For example, 101, Rahul, marketing, 35, 20,000. What are these? They are the data values for some specific fields of the table as shown in the figure 11.1. Just look at this figure now, 11.1. In this figure, you will find all the details of the employee table. Queries means what? The name suggests queries are used to ask questions from the database to retrieve records or data which is based on certain criteria. They are also used to perform actions such as insert, delete, update, etc. on the data depending upon the criteria which is specified by the user. Forms means what? Forms has an attractive interface that accepts the data from the user and inserts it in the corresponding table or a query. You can also use these forms to update any record in the table or query. Now, report means what? Reports are used to display the selected data in a printable format. These are used for decision making and analyzing the data by organizations. Now, how to start MS Access? Everything is clearly written over here. All of you go through this, how to start this and how to interface this MS Access. This I am not going to read out for you. Everyone please read out this of your own. Then how to create a database. Just see. To create the database, you have to follow some steps. In open Microsoft Access, you will get the backstage view of the Access. You have to click on the blank database option which is available under templates category. So the blank database will facilitate you to create a database from the scratch, because this is a good option if you have very specific design requirements or existing data that you need to accommodate. So the blank database task pane appears on the right side that prompts you to create a file. Now read all of you this remaining things. Then how to create a table? Please read this. How to create the table. First is you can create by using design view. Second is by using the data sheet view you can create. Then by creating tables in a design view, what you have to do, you can create from scratch by defining the fields names and the field types. So to create the table, you have to click on the table design option in the tables group of the create tab. A table will be created and opened in the design view as shown in this figure 11.6. In your page 213 it is shown to you. So in this view, the object window consists of two panes. See children, can you see over here, the object window is consisting of two panes, first pane and this is the second pane. All these things when you will do practically, you will understand more properly once you come in the lab. So the first pane is called the field entry pane and the other is called the field properties pane. Now how to add the fields in the design view? For each field in the table, you have to type the name in the field name column and then you have to press the tab key to move the data type column. By default, the text data type appears in the columns. You can change it to number data type as shown in the figure 11.6. Then you have to just save this. Now creating tables in a datasheet view. How to create the tables in the datasheet view? Please go through this, read all the data types. If you have any doubt, you can ask us anytime. And then last is what? In the last you have to see. Suppose if you are having an example that the student table contains the records of the students of a class. So the roll number field in this table can be set as a primary key, because roll number is actually a unique for each and every student. We cannot consider the name of the field to be as a primary, because many times it is a possibility that more than one student in a class can have the same name. So to set a primary key, you have to follow some steps. Read out these steps for setting the primary key and complete the assessment part. Okay. Thank you for watching.